Well, this year Davos has been a great experience. What IBEF did this year was to run in an initiative called Join in Conversations on India, and we were quite delighted by the responses that we have received from CEOs from across the world and from across sectors. And the happier part obviously is to see the India resonance and the commitment to the market being reinforced by almost all the CEOs from across the world. More importantly, each one of them has talked about the India Ingenious campaign, and they have been quite taken in by the Akash tablet, which embodies not only the ingenious of India, but quite importantly the talent. They are also looking at it as a sustainable solution for their own economies. So we've had several, in fact, lots of interest from peoples and economies to know more about Akash. But more importantly, from the IBF perspective, we have enjoyed the conversations. We've been quite delighted by the fact that most of the companies are actually looking at growing and nurturing the market. They are not only talking about the growing consumer market, but they are also talking about driving their own industry with the Indian talent. And some of them have also spoken about the fact that they would like external talent to come in and be trained in India. Much has been spoken about the Indian talent, but it's taking form. In fact, it has been taking form. But now you find that apart from typical IT, when people associate India with typical IT, they are talking about the value added part. And in most industries, and not just the IT industry, you have several of them talking about having R&D centers, and not only in just in one belt of India, but you find them moving around India to be able to engage the talent, to be able to drive the industry. What has been very interesting in the conversations, at least in the conversations which I have had with several industry representatives and business leaders from abroad, has been the fact that they've been moving beyond the urban cities of India. They're actually talking about nurturing businesses in the second and three tier cities of India. They seem to be more excited about those markets, and from our perspective, it seems to be also a driving factor which is going to put in place the infrastructure and the supply chains. So I think both ways it seems to be a win-win partnership. So we see that it almost would be able to give a boost to an inclusive India when you're talking about manufacturing industry taking shape, but more importantly with industry spreading from the traditional urban townships or urban belt to the second and third tier. Obviously it means that there would be development and town planning which would also happen simultaneously. The gloom and the doomsayers obviously can be put to rest now, because with the amount of excitement and delight and cheer that we have seen for the Indian market, I think it puts to rest all the concerns and the anxieties which we've been debating also at home. But the most delightful factor for Brand India has been people externally coming to us and telling us on how much faith they have in the market.